Hello, I am Lakeisha Mosley, and welcome to the Glambitious Meet the CEO series. To learn more about our exciting platform for women entrepreneurs, visit theglamceo.com or follow at Glambitious I am on all social platforms. Also, feel free to follow me as well at Lakeisha M. Mosley. Our first speaker for today is Dr. Renee Sunday. So, Dr. Renee, go ahead and take it away.
Well, I'm so excited to be here. Woo woo! Shout out to Glambitious. I just love her. Everything she do and everything she touch is blessed. And I'm so glad that she thinks about me to be a part of her platform. Wherever you are, I want you to just do one thing. Just take a deep breath in, woo, and take a deep breath out. We used to take that for granted. Nowadays, with everything that's going on, we just grateful that we can do that, okay? Just do it one more time, in and out. I just want to let you, I am a board certified anesthesiologist, and I've been awarded not once, but twice, one of the top anesthesiologists in the United States. Now, I want to let you know what you really did when you did that. You actually opened up the air pockets or the air sacs in your lungs. We exchange gases in and out, and the particular gases, oxygen and CO2. Well, we're not going to get caught up in that, but I want to let you know what you did was a miracle. I want to let you know you actually breathed in your purpose, and guess what? Your purpose came out. So we're going to actually dwell on that for a minute, but I just came by to just let you know a couple of things. Being a CEO, isn't it amazing? Being a business owner, it is amazing. But let me let you know the things. I want to tell you about 3 things that we need to just concentrate on. Is what is our mission? Woo! Okay, I know you said, Dr. Sunday, don't go there. But we got to see what our mission is. That's number 1. And number 2, we want to see what is our message. Okay, I know what the mission is, but okay, what's my mission? What am I going to do on this earth? What is really going on? Can I just go there? Okay. And then the last thing is manifestation. So the 3 M's, if you want to, who's taking notes, right? 3 M's. The first M again was mission. The second one is message. The last one is manifestation. And put next to manifestation is results. Because we got to have results. Now, I went back and forth in my mind. What did I want to title this session? First thing came to my mind, let me just let you know that it's time to wake up. Everybody said, oh, we woke, but I want to let you know, are you really awake in this season? Are you really aware that somebody right now, let me just break it down. Somebody right now is praying. Somebody right now needs your products and service. Somebody right now may be thinking about taking their life or somebody else, because they need what you have inside. And you say, oh, that's it. I'm fearful. I don't have the right this, that, and that. But you know what fear is. Fear is false evidence appearing what? Real. You can finish what before I even said the rest of it. But what are we really doing? Okay. So it's time to wake up and smell the roses, as some people say. Now, millennials, you may not have heard that before, but I just want to let you know what that means is get off your bottom, okay? And you can put another word there if you want, and do what you were created to do. Do what you were created to do. And we need to do that right now. Now, don't go back and say, oh, I should have did this 5 years ago. I should have did this 10 years ago. I should have did this yesterday. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that no more in your life. So write that down. No more in my life. I'm not going to dwell on what I may have not done in the past, but we concentrate on right now. You are a CEO. You are a business. You are a world changer. Write that down, okay? But then I said, wait a minute. I want to let you know this, that you're not alone. Because let me tell you a little bit about me. I know you hear the Southern twang. I know you hear it, right? I am Dr. Renee Sunday. I'm known as the platform builder. So what that means is I help small business owners increase visibility, to be seen, be heard, and get paid. The ching is honorable to get paid. We do that mostly through podcasting, publishing, and media exposure. You got to get out there. You got to be seen. You got to be heard. And we want the ching. My phone, I turned it off. But look, I love it when it actually comes in and it makes a ching. Do that for yourself, because that actually makes you feel good, okay? It's so honorable to get paid. So I want to let you know that you're not alone. Yes, I grew up in poverty in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm grateful that my parents were part of the Civil Rights Museum. My dad actually was baptized in the Pettus Bridge. You know, we saw the Selma movie. We saw it. My dad was baptized there. Okay. My mom was part of the boycott in Birmingham when you know, don't ride the bus. The things we have taken for granted. I just want to give you a history lesson today, this night, or wherever time it is when you listening and looking at this. Okay. The thing I want to let you know is this: you're not alone. I went through bullying. I was called olive oil because I was too tall for my stature. Went through the self-esteem thing. Went through the self-sabotage thing when I became an entrepreneur. I am very successful. I'm a media personality. I'm the host of I forgot my I forgot what show I'm on, the Dr. Renee Sunday podcast. But see, as a CEO, we're gonna do a blooper, and we're gonna keep it going. Okay. But what we're going to do is, I'm also a publisher. I'm an international speaker. I'm an international best-selling author. Not 5, about 10 books, okay? Yes, I am in ministry. I am called to the office of apostleship. But let me let you know what I really do. I want to motivate you. I want you to know that what you have inside, start the business, write the book, start the podcast. Do it right now. So I want to let you know you're not alone. I didn't know how to do it, but I actually value having a mentor, having a coach. You're going to find the right one. How you find the right one, Dr. Sunday? You have peace about it. You have peace about it. Okay, so let's get this real quick. Mission. What's your mission? Write it down. What is your mission? My mission is that I help small business. I'm drawn to women, but you know, I help the brave men as well. I want you to actually smile. That's all I want you to do is smile. Because when you smile, guess what? I'm going to bring my doctor hat in. Your hormones are released that you're excited, and you actually, before you know it, you have accomplished a thing. You have written the book. You have written the business plan. You have reached out to get the sponsorship. You have done it. You see what I'm saying? Your mission, write it down. It may be you want a legacy for your children. It may be that you want to cure this disease. It may be that you want to help women, a single mom. It may be you want to help the baby boomers. Whatever it is, you can do it. No matter, it's no word competition. Don't say that no more. It's not, because you have your secret sauce, what you bring to the world. When I started my TV show, Good Deeds TV, it's plenty of TV show, plenty of magazine. But you know what? I bring my secret sauce, and they sold out every time we bring some. I'm not boasting. I'm just letting you know what a CEO does, and that's what you are doing in your life. Dr. Sunday, that's not what I'm doing. Yes, you are going to do it. Write it down from this day forward, from this night forward, whatever. You're going to do it this time forward. Okay, my mission, I got that. Dr. Sunday, do. Okay. I always say this: don't stop, get it, because you can't stop. You can't stop, because I need you. Okay. The next thing, message. Dr. Sunday, I don't know what to talk about. Yes, you do. What do you raising kids? You actually the best person that know how to do hair. Look me up. I'm in Atlanta. Okay. You may actually know how to cook a mean pound cake. I love red velvet as well. Okay. Whatever you do. And let me let you give you a quick exercise. You may not know what your purpose is, but just get one sheet of paper. One side, put the things that you like to do that brings you joy. On the other side, put what you don't too much like. Now, I got to let you know on that right side, please don't put you cooking, because we got to cook every night and then. Okay. But the things on the other side, the top 3 that brings you joy, we're going to monetize that. Okay. We're going to make some money, some ching out of that. My mission. We got to plug and play. Y'all heard the kids say that. We're going to plug and play. My boldness, my confidence that I exhibit, you're going to exhibit as well. Because we are here. It does take the whole what? It takes the whole village, okay? Now, let's get into this last one called Manifestations. I wrote a book that, look, we became a best-selling author in, can somebody say 4 hours? 4 hours, okay? Manifestations now, because I want you to get results. Dr. Sunday, how I'm going to get results? 1, I'm going to believe in myself. Yes, I wear a lot of hats. I have an e-commerce store. I have a candle line. I have all these things that I do. I'm still practicing anesthesia, doing that too. But all the things that I do, Can I do it? We got to have a system. What's a system, Dr. Sunday? Let's bring in Chick-fil-A for a minute. If you go to Chick-fil-A here, there, and there, guess what? Gonna be similar. So that's what you have to implement in your business. Dr. Sunday, how to do that? I'm gonna let you know how you can contact me, and we're gonna actually strategically do it for your plan, and your plan. Results. We gotta get results because our children, they need us. They need us right now. We need the women business owner. We need the brave men. We need to all do what we were created to do, and we're gonna help you with that. I am the platform builder. So what I do, we build it from scratch. We build your empire. We actually do it the way you dream to do it. The things that you're dreaming about at night. I know I had a short period of time here today, but I just want to recap. I know I had different titles, but the title that I came in, that I saved to the end, because who are you? I want you to journal that. Who are you? Let me let you know who you are. You are beautiful and wonderful man. You handsome if you're a man. I swear. You have greatness inside that needs to get out right now, right now, right now. The fear is not gonna be there. No more fear. Okay, you're gonna contact a coach. If it's not me, you're gonna contact somebody on this platform. You're gonna contact somebody that you can get a marketing strategy. You can get a strategy that you can implement on a daily basis on social media and a live event wherever you go. You are a CEO. You are the bomb.com, as the kids say. And Beyonce told us, I was here. So I want to know what you were here. You're here on this earth. So we're going to don't stop, get it. Okay. So you got your mission. You got your message. You got your manifestation. You got the results. So you're ready to be seen, be heard, and get paid right now. I am Dr. Renee Sunday. I want to actually let you know I have a gift for you. I want you to text 797979. Now, you know that means something spiritual, but we're going to talk about that on behind closed doors, okay? We're going to talk about it so I can let you know what it means for you. 797979. I want you to type in there, I care. Now, the letter I, no space in the middle, C-A-R-E, I care. Because I'm going to give you some tools and strategies, complimentary, that you can actually be seen, be heard, and get paid today. I am Dr. Renee Sunday, the platform builder. Please get in contact with me if you want to learn more about me. Guess what? ReneeSunday.com. On all the social media platforms. I'm hanging out on TikTok, hanging out on YouTube, social media, Facebook, Instagram. Can I keep going on and on? Dr. Renee Sunday. Now it's D-R-R-E-N-E-E Sunday, S-U-N-D-A-Y. What I want to let you know that you do have a calling. You do have a reason you were born. We, because I'm included, we have to do three things. I got to do three things. You got to believe, you got to trust, and you got to walk it out. And you know, let's say we got to don't stop, get it, don't stop, get it, don't stop, get it. And what are we getting? We're getting our purpose, and we're getting our purpose now. I thank you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I mean that from my heart. Contact me again, 797979. I care. Woo-hoo!
All right, Dr. Renee Sunday. Thank you so much, y'all. That was fire. Can we just go on and pass the collection plate? Because my sis brought it through. She brought it through. Don't forget, text 7979 and you text I care, no space in between, I-C-A-R-E. Thank you so much, Dr. Renee, for your inspiring message. We are definitely looking forward to connecting with you again. So next up, we have Miss Patrice Rivers. Patrice, go ahead and take it away.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Lakeisha Mosley. Thank you so much for giving a CEO this opportunity to be a part of the Glambitious I Am movement. So thank you again. All right. For those of you who don't know me or do know me, my name is Patrice Rivers. I am a 9-time published author. I am a journalist. I am a freelance writer. And most importantly, I am the owner of That Rivers Girl brand. But today, I want to talk about one particular thing under my brand. I am a sickle cell survivor. And some of you guys may be wondering, okay, what is sickle cell? Or some of you guys may have heard about sickle cell. But I want to give you some gems and some facts about what sickle cell disease really is. All right. So I just created a new platform called Let's Talk Cell Talk. And basically, it's a health website that educates people across the globe in different communities about what sickle cell is. So I'm very excited about creating this platform called Let's Talk Cell Talk with Patrice Rivers. The podcast will be dropping soon, September 1st. But let's get into sickle cell disease. Okay, so what is sickle cell disease? Sickle cell disease is an inherited blood disorder, okay, that attacks the red blood cells. Now, normally a person with healthy blood cells is shaped like a donut. So I like to demonstrate. It's shaped like a donut. Now, a person that has sickle cell has cells that are sickle shaped, if you know what sickle shape is, or a banana shape, and they are hard and sticky. Now, once those cells are sickle and they are, banana shaped, and they get caught in the blood cells. Guess what? They create a traffic jam. Now, the reason why I say a traffic jam, because you know how it is when you're in traffic or there's a 3 or 4 car accident, it's a jam. So that's the same thing with sickle cells when they get caught up in the red blood cells. They make it very hard for cells to move in the tiny blood vessels. In other words, the purpose of red blood cells is to carry oxygen to different parts of the body. Now, when those cells aren't moving properly, they stop and they can cause severe pain. A person with sickle cell. Now, pain is a very, very, very common technology and symptom for someone living with sickle cell. So that is what sickle cell is. Now, you may be wondering, well, how is sickle cell inherited? Basically, it's genetically. So basically, both parents must be carriers of the sickle cell hemoglobin gene. So they must be carrying the sickle cell trait. That is how a child inherits sickle cell disease. Now, there is a 25% chance that the child may have the actual disease, whereas the other percentage, the child may not have anything at all. They may be healthy, or the child may also inherit the sickle cell trait. So, unfortunately for me, because I have sickle cell, I have the most severe type of sickle cell disease, SS. So, basically, with me, both my parents found out at a very young age. Well, not very young age, when back in their 20s. Technology back then wasn't the best, and screening, they didn't know they carried sickle cell trait. Of course, I was diagnosed with sickle cell at the age of 1. Okay, so both my parents carried the trait. Now, right now, newborns, children, they can easily get a blood sample, okay, for a newborn screen testing to determine if that baby carries the sickle cell trait or if they have the actual disease. Okay, so basically, I have told you what sickle cell is. It's an inherited blood disorder that affects the red blood cells. Now, what is the cause of sickle cell disease itself? Like I mentioned before, both parents must be carriers of the actual disease. Now, a lot of times there is a family history. A lot of people don't know that it runs in the family, whether the family, aunts, uncles, cousins may have the actual trait, and they don't really know. That's why it's very important to know your family history. Now, because this disease affects mostly African Americans. So the reason why I call this the invisible disease is because it majority affects the African American community. Now, but guess what? It doesn't only affect the African American community. Sickle cell disease affect other different countries, such as you got parts of South Africa, you have the Caribbean, the Mediterranean, regions in the Western Hemisphere, countries, parts in Central America, Saudi Arabia, India, also Turkey, Greece, and Italy also have people living with the disease. So you're wondering, wow, that's very, very interesting, because a lot of times people think, okay, it's a black disease. No, it's not a black disease. It affects other different diversity across the globe. So that's what I wanted to do with my new health website, Let's Talk Cell Talk, because I think the importance of sickle cell disease is very important, and a lot of people just don't know about it. A lot of people might have heard about it, but they're not really properly educated. So my job as an educator and a sickle cell advocate is to let you guys know, educate you about what sickle cell is, who it affects, the treatment, symptoms, and other things, because it is very, very important. Now, the next thing I want to talk about related to sickle cell is, I already mentioned who is affected, but different symptoms of sickle cell. So a lot of different health problems come from sickle cell alone. People that are affected by it, parents, children, anybody. But basically, there are so many different symptoms with people living with sickle cell, you guys. Like, it's a lot. And like I mentioned before, pain, or what we call severe pain episode, is the most common part of sickle cell, because like I mentioned earlier, once those cells start sickling and they try to move through the tiny blood vessels in the body, it causes, I mean, pain can be in your joints, in your back, it can be anywhere in your body, and you do not know when a pain crisis will appear. You just don't know. It's not timed. And I'm gonna tell you, the pain is real, you guys. It is worse than a migraine. It is worse than a toothache. It is worse. It is worse than probably a parent or a mother giving birth. The pain, I can't really describe it because it is that surreal. My childhood, I actually dealt with a lot of pain. So pain is the most severe part of sickle cell. Also, the hand feet syndrome. The reason why it's called the hand feet syndrome is because when those cells start sickling and they get caught in the blood vessels, they can cause swelling in the hand and feet, and can cause pain as well. So that do happen a lot. Unfortunately, fortunately for me, that never happened to me, but that is one cause, one symptom of sickle cell. Also, a stroke. If you heard of someone living with sickle cell that experienced a stroke, that's very common as well. Whereas it can clog the blood flow to the brain, the blood flow from the brain to the cells. So that's another cause of sickle cell disease. Eye disease. It can cause blindness. It can cause all types of vision problems. That's why it's very important for someone with sickle cell to get their eyes checked at least twice a year. They say once a year. Now, optometrist is where we get a regular eye exam. But for someone who's living with sickle cell, we want to go to someone that specializes in things like that. Um, Ophthalmologist, definitely. So it's very important for someone living with sickle cell to get their eyes checked at least once a year, at least. I mean, twice a year is good, but at least once a year, you guys, definitely. And people with sickle cell disease are open to so many different infections, because our bodies, we experience a weak immune system. So affections like the flu, anything, we it's very important that a person living with sickle cell disease gets different tests, because we are easily immune to different affections. So definitely that's important. Now, after talking about all of that, what is sickle cell? Who's infected? Types, the different types of symptoms of sickle cell. Okay, so how is sickle cell treated? I'm glad that you asked, because with pain, doctors give pain medication to treat those pain episodes. They can last probably a couple of hours, but that can treat the pain, to calm it down some. Also, things like hydroxyurea. So hydroxyurea is a chemical-based medicine that was tested first in cancer patients, but it has worked in patients living with sickle cell. And actually, that has worked. It doesn't work for everybody, so that can be another treatment of sickle cell. So definitely pain medicine, um, drinking plenty of water. A person with sickle cell can be affected with hot climates or cold climates. So it's very important that we stay hydrated. A person with sickle cell stays hydrated at all times. So is there a cure for sickle cell? There's a universal cure for sickle cell that is a bone marrow transplant. It is very, very risky. I remember the first little boy, African American little boy, who was cured from sickle cell. Like I said, it works, but it doesn't work for everybody. It's very risky. You can die from it. So it's not real cure, but it's a universal cure. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for allowing me to come on the platform to talk to you guys about sickle cell disease. And as far as my new platform, Let's Talk Cell Talk with Patrice Rivers. Stay tuned for the kickoff of my podcast series, Let's Talk Cell Talk with Patrice Rivers, airing September 1st. Thank you so much again.
Thanks so much, Patrice. That is great information. My daughter has a sickle cell trait, so I know for us, we definitely have to be careful. Whomever she dates or decides to marry or whatever, she definitely has to be sure that she is paying attention to that. And also for her as a trait, she does have a little bit of anemia, so we always have to get blood work and stuff. So thank you so much
Yeah.
for
Welcome.
giving us those tips. That is so needed. And I don't think there's enough education about that out there at all. So thanks again for that
You're
information.
welcome. Thank you.
Miss Tiffany, you're up next.
Yes, thank you so much, Lakeisha, for having me. Thank you, Glambitious. I am so grateful to be on this platform today. So thank you so much. So for those that don't know, my name is Tiffany Toxie, and I actually, besides planning weddings and events, I offer planning services to overwhelmed parents and entrepreneurs. I'm based out of Atlanta, Georgia. I have an office in Midtown on Peachtree Street, but I do virtual services as well to help those throughout the U.S. So besides those planning of the weddings and events, again, that planning services for those, I do something with them called goal setting. So I do goal setting, time management, and in the business, on the business side, it's things like setting up the workflows, the systems, the business projects, those things that really make a difference in business is what I help entrepreneurs and parents with. So just to get started today, I'm talking about goal setting. And the reason why I chose goal setting for this actual panel is because that's where so people become stuck and they stop at that stage. And it's sometimes because either they don't know where to get started or they feel they have so much on their plate, and they may just be as they're doing things, but it's not getting things checked off of their list. It's like your day is filled. You are more likely not productive because there's a big difference in the two. So with goal setting, there are 3 elements to goal setting, and each element has its own strategy. So the first strategy when you're doing goal setting is focus. Focus requires you to identify what your goals are. So the first strategy will entail like doing a vision board party or having a vision board. So when you do a vision board, you want to put all of your visuals of what you want to happen in that year. And you may put 1 or 2 goals from your 3 or 5 year mark as well. But it's mostly goals that you put for that first year or that particular year that you're in. And I always like to be strategic about it and not just put pictures on your board, but mainly put it into different areas. So there are 7 different areas that I want you to really focus on when you're putting goals on your board. The first area is spiritual. So what are your spiritual goals? The second is your mental and intellectual. What are those goals? Third, your health and fitness. What are those goals? The fourth, your relationships. So that can be your family and friends. What are those goals? 5, your finance. What are those goals? 6, your career. What are those goals? 7th, the last one, your community, your environment. What are those things looking like? What are you going to do to give back? What are those goals? So when you take those goals, you want to put those into those sections. So once you do your vision board and you have these things, outline what you want to do for that year, I take it one step further and we do a vision journal. This vision journal goes into the next element of planning, because yes, we forward, but we need to make sure that when we're doing these goals, we are setting these goals and breaking them down into what we quarterly goals. Because when you try to work on too many things at once, you become overwhelmed, you become burned out, and that's where so many people, again, they get stuck. So take goals from the vision board and actually putting them in your journal and making them into quarterly goals. So you're taking 2 to 3 of those goals and putting them into quarterly goals and tackling those. So that's what that looks like. And I know some of the goals too in other categories, spiritual and mental and things like that, those may not be big goals, maybe goals that may take a few minutes in a day. So those kind of goals, yes, you can do those things daily, but the major big goals, you want to break those down into those goals. The second element is planning. So when it comes down to planning of the goals, that's when you want to create SMART goals. And I call them SMART heart goals. Now, I didn't create SMART goals, but I follow SMART goals. My clients follow SMART goals, and so many people that I know in different industries use SMART goals, and they honestly work. So when you're doing SMART goals, you may say, hey, Tiffany, what is SMART goals? What is this all about? So SMART goals is, so the S stands for specific. That's when you're taking action words and saying exactly what it is you want to accomplish. M is for measurable. That's when you're actually evaluating the goal with using different data metrics. Then there's achievable. You're looking at this goal and saying, is this something that I can actually attain? Then R stands for relevant. Does this goal make sense and align with what I'm doing? Will it improve my business? So that's when it's relevant. T is for time bound. So that's giving your goal a deadline, that date, that time frame. And the heart is what I added on to it. It has to come from your heart. You want to make a goal that's from your heart, something that you love to do, something that you would enjoy, so that you can stick with it and have a why behind it, because there will be obstacles throughout life. Of course, there will be. And when those obstacles arise, whether it's personal or in business, you want to be able to keep going. And when you look back at your why, that's what helps help you to keep going. So say, for instance, my why, it is to build a legacy and to build generational wealth. So I know when I'm working on my goal, an obstacle come along, I'm not just going to stop and give up. I'm going to think back to my why, because that why is going to keep me going and pushing forward. So that's why I added from the heart with the why on there when you're making these SMART heart goals. The next element when you're doing goal planning will honestly tie into execution, because when you know what the goal is, that's step one. That's for one, element. Step 2 or element 2 was to plan the goal. The third is execute the goal. And I don't want you just to stop at, okay, I got my goal written, I know what it is, but you're not actively doing what's in your goal or what your goal is. And honestly, this is where so many people become stuck as well, because they feel, again, some may feel overwhelmed, may have that fear. It's so many different things that families may have or may stop not doing or not pursuing their goals. So step 3 is, like I said, element 3 is execution. And in the execution phase, what I try to teach, or what I do teach, is that it's projects versus tasks. You don't want to fill your day filled with projects. You want to make your day task-based. When you do project-based, it's like you're looking at the overall goal, and it's like you're putting that for instance, your goal is to open your business. So your project may be create a website. So your day you have on there to create a website. That's a project. You don't want to do it because you will soon become overwhelmed. If you do task based, what that looks like, instead of saying create a website, you will say write content for each tab that I will have on the website, gather photos, organize photos, create a form, and look at or research privacy laws. Sign up with a website provider that has privacy laws enabled. So these small steps will lead to you creating a website. So when you have a list to go off of, you have that checklist as you go throughout your day and you're working and focusing on that one task, you can check it as you go. And all those smaller tasks will lead up to that actual project. You're looking at your projects versus your tasks, and you're making your day filled with tasks and not filled with projects. So a type of project would be do a styled shoot type of project. Saying you're going to work on doing a styled shoot, you want to break it down into smaller tasks. And those tasks would be things like pick a color scheme, choose your florals, email those vendors that you want to be involved on the project, put together a design board. These smaller tasks are things that's going to lead up into having this complete styled shoot. So when you put these tasks down of these smaller things, and as you do them, you check them off, then you will have completion of a project, which equals a completion of an actual goal. So again, when you're doing goal setting, again, looking at the three different elements, the elements again, element one, which is focus, which identifies what your goals are. And you're looking at goals in a 1 year period on your vision board. But when you actually are achieving these goals, you are putting them down into quarters. You're taking 3 of those big goals and doing them quarterly, so you won't become overwhelmed with doing too much at a time. The second is making sure when you're doing this is planning those goals. And when you're planning those goals, again, you're using SMART goals. Again, when they are specific, measurable, they're attainable, they're relevant, and they're time bound. And again, you have your why behind it, and it's coming from your heart. The third, again, is that execution piece when you're making your days task-based and not project-based. And that way you're checking things off of your list and actually moving the needle and getting it all done. So I know this is a short period of time as well to explain everything, but that is how you actually do goal setting. I help people also set up their days. So I know every person, the schedule, not one schedule is the same. People have different responsibilities. And that's when I come into play to sit down or communicate with those just to find out what their day looks like. What should they be working on in that day? How to achieve those goals. I love doing things like this and working with people getting these things done. So you can definitely find me on Instagram and Facebook at Tiffany Toxie & Co. My website is www.tiffanytoxie.com/for-entrepreneurs. And that way you can get in contact with me there. On my website, I have a contact form if you need any help with planning a business project, actually doing any workflows, systems, automation in the back end of your business, or simply need help with managing your time and setting goals. So definitely stay in touch. Reach out to me on social media, even if it's just to say hello and hi, just to get to know more about you and your goals as well. So thank you so much, Glambitious I Am, for having me on this amazing platform.
Thank you, Tiffany. Those were great points. As a fellow event planner, I definitely know that is good information. I'm over here just writing, honey, just taking notes. You can never learn too much. And now I'm in the virtual sphere. So great information. You ladies were all fantastic. We certainly appreciate you all. joining us and just motivating other ladies to get out there and do what they need to do, and also helping us with our health. Like, it is so important now that we take care of ourselves and that we also go out and be our best selves as we know we can be. So again, I am Lakeisha Mosley. It has been a pleasure and an honor to host today for Lily Mae for the Glambitious I Am brand. You have been invited to the Meet the CEO series. Definitely check us out for more opportunities for women entrepreneurs at theglamceo.com. Make sure you follow Glambitious at Glambitious I Am on all social media platforms. And as well, you can follow me at Lakeisha M. Mosley. Thank you.